Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Marlon Johnson, aka Mindset Marlon, and today we're going to be talking about the lessons that I picked up after reading Patrick Bet-David's Your Next 5 Moves. So this that I learned was about setting the preparation and getting ready for meetings and getting ready for opportunities that are going to come into your life. Oftentimes we fail because we aren't preparing properly for those meetings. So right here, I've got a list of the 7 things that we need to be doing before we go into any sort of meeting, before we go into an interview, before we sit down with a potential client and have a life-changing deal. The first is you want to consider the other party's desires. It's important that you sit down and think about what is it that the other person wants. Oftentimes, we go into meetings thinking purely from what's in it for me? What am I going to get? Well, remember, the other party is thinking about the same thing. To give yourself a competitive advantage, you want to think from this point of view of what do they need? What do they want? When you go into a meeting thinking about what the person on the other table needs, you're going to be able to prepare yourself and you're going to be able to position yourself in an advantageous spot. Number 2, anticipate what will they say. Oftentimes when we are so worried about how we're going to perform, we don't think about how the other person is going to react. See, once you open your mouth and you start to put information out there, you start to put your wants, their desires, you need to anticipate how they're going to respond to whatever it is you're saying. This way you can begin to see the next couple of moves that are going to come down this chessboard. Number 3 is going to be developing a script or an outline. See, once you begin to think about how they're going to respond to you, you're going to be in a position to actually role play in your mind how the rest of the conversation is going to go. If I know that I start talking to the potential prospect about maybe learning a new system or buying my product, and I can anticipate that they're going to say to me that I need to talk to my business partner first, in my conversation, as I start to create an outline, I can already put that, hey, a lot of the people I worked with in the past, their partners were ecstatic about the fact that they were able to come back with a product that was going to grow the business, and they were going to bring the system back, which was going to produce 10 times the revenue. So I can start to predict where the conversation is going to go simply by taking the time to outline what it is I want to say and what it is they might say back to me. Number 4 is going to be role playing that conversation. So not only do I want to mentally go through it, I also want to rehearse it out loud. See, one of my favorite rappers, Big Sean, used to say in one of his lyrics that when it came time for him to perform with Kanye, he wasn't as afraid because in his mind, he'd already mentally rehearsed it and he had already rapped the concert for his mom so many times that it felt like a second or a third time when he was actually on the big stage for the first time. You want to leverage your ability to role play as a major way. Think about this. If you're an athlete, wouldn't you want to go to practice more often before going to the game? See, in your life, when you're going into these meetings, when you're in business, this is your new sport. You've got to think about yourself as an athlete. Number 5, ask your advisors to point out your blind spots. So I actually keep a group of people around me, my circle of influence, if you will, and they point out my blind spots. They see things that I can't see. When I record videos, when I prepare scripts, when I want to send out emails, I will actually send it to my advisors. If it's important enough, I will send it to my advisors first, and I'll just say, hey, what's your opinion on this? I want to get some feedback. What am I missing? Did I forget to put something? Does it read well? Does it enunciate well? Like, I want to get feedback. And sometimes things sound really good to me, but when I hear someone else read it back to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awful. So that was a huge one from this book. Number 6 is put yourself in a positive frame of mind. Put yourself in the best frame of mind before you enter into a meeting. So, for example, if you know that maybe tomorrow you've got a meeting at 12 o'clock and it's going to be with a really important client, maybe it's a potential boss, and you really want to put your best foot forward, think about what gets you into that best position. For me, it's exercising. I just love the way I feel after having an intense workout, going for a run, weightlifting. So I would prepare to go to the gym at, let's say, 7 o'clock in the morning. That's going to give me plenty of time to go work out, have that workout that I want, come home, eat, shower, prepare, get into my car, drive out to the meeting, and now I'm going to be in the best state of mind when I get there. I'm not going to leave it to chance that I'm feeling good. Maybe you've got to fly out of town to meet with a client. Instead of flying the day of, maybe you fly the day before. Check into your hotel, get settled in, iron your suit, and be prepared. This is going to make a major difference on how you show up and how you present yourself. And then number 7, develop this reputation for over delivering. See, this is a huge one. When you develop your reputation for over delivering, people are going to start to want to work with you. They're going to start to know you as the individual that always provides more than is asked for. As you start to build this reputation, it will begin to do you bonuses. It will do favors for you. In fact, one of my early mentors, he was always known for over delivering value to the point where if anyone ever got contacted by him, they were excited to pick up the phone, excited to do whatever he asked, because even if no reward were to come, there was an anticipation of a reward because he always over delivers. So if you got value from this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you think about this. Do you think that these 7 ways of preparing for a meeting and preparing for any sort of calls is going to be helpful for you in your career?